Hello my dear students, hope the earlier videos were useful to you, and now in today's video we are going to discuss how to measure the length of an object and some precautions measure to be taken while measuring the length of an object. Okay, so let's get started. As we know students, there are two measuring devices, right? There are two measuring devices which are meter scale or rulers, which is used when the object to be measured is what? Is straight, and the second one is what? Measuring tapes. So measuring tapes are what? When it is used? They are used when the object to be measured are round or curved, or yes, it can be straight also. So now the next topic we shall discuss about is how to measure the length of an object. So in order to measure the length of an object, we place the scale along the object in such a way that the zero mark of the scale coincides with the left end of the object. The length of the object is then obtained by reading the scale division coinciding with the right side end of the object. Now student, what does that mean? We will see now. See students, in your book figure 22, they are measuring what? They are measuring the length of a card. Now we know that how a scale looks. Yes, we all know how a scale looks. See, there are some divisions in the scale. Yes, there are some division marked in a scale or a ruler. The first division, the very first division of the scale is known as zero mark of scale. What it is called? Zero mark of scale. And the length of the object which is to be measured always start, or most of the times it start with the zero mark of scale, and like this. Okay, so see 1 2 3 4 5, like that it is marked, and between this, in the middle of this 1 and 2, see there are some more divisions. So see, we will see now how it is done. So we all know whenever we measure the length of any object, we do what? We place the scale along the length of the object and then we measure. Then we start measuring the object from the zero mark of scale, and then we go to the right end of the object, that is the, see this right end, this is the right end of the object. And when the scale which is marked, so that scale, when it coincides with the right end, we get the correct reading. Right student? See, here it is written. We have to measure the length of a small card here in figure 22. We have placed the scale along the length of the card in such a way that the zero mark of scale coincides with the left end of the card. Yes, it is coinciding with the left end of the card. That is the zero mark of the scale. The length of this card is given by the scale division which coincides with the right end of the card. In figure 22, the scale reading at the right end of the card is 4.2 centimeters. See students, this is 4, and there are some more divisions as I have said. Yes, 1, 2. That means what? 4.2 centimeter. The length of the card is 4.2 centimeter. So thus this is how we get the correct reading of any object. Okay. Now students, we will discuss some precautions to be used while using a scale. So the first precaution here is the scale should be placed parallel to the side of the object and it should be in touch with the object. So the scale should be used, or scale should be placed parallel to the side of the object. That, what does that mean? You all have used scale. Yes, we all use scale, right? It is very common among us. Now we will see parallel means what. Do you know? See students, parallel means, suppose this is a line AB in figure A. See, this is a line AB. Now another line drawn CD in figure 2. See, these CD and AB are similar. Yes, they are similar, right? So that means what? CD is drawn, we say CD is drawn parallel to AB. But in figure 3c, EF, there is another line. So, is this line parallel to AB? We say no. This line, figure 3, EF, which is EF, it is not parallel to AB. That means parallel line means two similar lines are said to be parallel. So, okay, we'll go to our topic. It is said, student, the scale should be placed parallel to the side of the object being measured, and it should also be in touch with the object being measured. We all use scale, see? Now, in figure 23 in your book, 23a, see, they are measuring the length of the scale. So, the correct placement of the scale should be like this. That is, in figure 23a, it is shown. See, students, this is an object AB. We have to measure the length of AB. Now we will hold the scale parallel to the length of AB, and it should be in touch with that object, and thus how we will measure the length of AB. Now in figure 23b, they have hold the scale like this. But if we hold the scale like this, can we measure the length of AB? No, of course no. We cannot measure the length of AB like this. So this is a wrong placement of scale. So this is clear, no? Now the next precaution is, while reading the scale, the eye must be placed vertically above the scale mark being read. Now what does that mean? See, students, in figure 24 in your book, it is drawn. They are measuring the length of this card. Now this is this A. That means this position of our eye, it is the correct placement of our eye. That is, the eye is vertically to this scale, but B and C, see, these are the wrong position. We should not hold our eye like this. That means we should not see from these type of positions. We should always see from vertically while measuring any length of object. Now the third precaution is, if the scale has a damaged zero mark or broken left end, we need to measure the length of the object starting from 1 centimeter mark of scale and then subtract 1 centimeter from the reading taken at the right end to get the actual length of object. Now what does that mean? See, students, in your book figure 25, they are measuring the length of this card. Similar things we are taking as example. Suppose we know there are some divisions in the scale, and the very first division, that is the very first mark of the scale, is known as what? Zero of the scale or zero mark of scale. Yes, but due to continuous uses, the scale might be broken or scale may break. Now see, if this left end is broken, that is, zero mark will go away, right? Now what we will do? If this part of the scale is broken, we will measure the length of the scale starting from this 1 centimeter, and when the this right end of the card will coincide with the mark of the scale, it will give the reading. But it will give the reading, suppose it gives the reading as 5.2 centimeter when the left end of the scale is broken, and when we start it from 1 centimeter, suppose it gives us the reading to be 5.2 centimeter. But is it 5.2 centimeter? Is the actual reading is 5.2 centimeter? No. Since the scale is broken, we are starting from 1 centimeter mark. But now, since the scale zero mark of scale is broken, we will minus, that is, we will subtract this 1 centimeter from the actual, that is 5.2 centimeter is coming, right? Now if we minus 5.2 centimeter minus 1 centimeter, we will get how much? Yes, 4.2 centimeter. That means what? If the scale was not broken, our reading will be, that is, the correct reading will be 4.2 centimeter. So in this type of cases, we always minus, we always subtract. the 1 centimeter. Then we get the correct reading. Clear? Okay. Hello students, now we will discuss some of the sample problems which are solved in your book also. So, our first problem is question number 1. The height of a person is 1.6 meter. Express it in centimeter and millimeter. Now, our solution will be like this. We know what? As it is said, meter. So, we know 1 meter equals to how many centimeters? 1 meter equals to 100 centimeters. So, it is said express it in centimeter and millimeter. So, question is 1.6 meter. So 1.6 meter equals to how many centimeter it will be? 100 into 1.6 centimeter. So that means what? 165 centimeters. Answer is 165 centimeters. The height of a person is 165 centimeters. Now again it is asked to express it in millimeter. Now see students, 1 meter equals to how many millimeters? Yes, 1 meter equals to 1000 millimeters. Now, 1.6 meter equal to how many millimeters it will be? 1000 into 1.65. Yes, 1000 into 1.65 millimeter. Answer is how many? 1650 millimeter. The height of a person when expressed in millimeter, it is what? 1650 millimeters. Okay, our next problem is the distance between Radha's home and her school is 3250 meter. Express this distance in kilometer. So, our question is 3250 meter. That is the distance between Radha's home and her school is 3250 meter. Now, we are to express this distance in kilometer. We all know 1 kilometer equals to how many meter? 1 kilometers equals to 1000 meter. That means 1000 meters equals to 1 kilometer. That means 1 meter equals to how many kilometer it will be? Yes, 1 meter equals to 1 by 1000 kilometer. That means 1 divided by 1000 kilometer. So, in our question it is given 3250 meter. If 1 meter equals to 1 by 1000 kilometer, then 3250 meter it will be how much? Same like the earlier problem. That means 3250 equals to 1 divided by 1000 into 3250 kilometer. That means our answer is coming like 3.25 kilometer or 3.250 kilometer. Clear students? Okay.